Oh, what is this thing? Okay. Start recording. This time I'm going to record it. I keep on forgetting to record things. Okay, so looks like we're live on DLive. Let's check out Facebook and YouTube. Let's check out YouTube. Yeah, looks like we're live on Facebook. Just my page is just refreshing, and I'll show you what I'm doing here. Okay, yeah, we're live on Facebook, and then YouTube. Let me just click on that button there. All right, so I think I should be all set up now for doing chats every which way but loose. All right, so I got some new watercolor paper, and let me just show you what I got here. Okay, so I was using 16 by 20. That's 16 by 20, and I'm using this fancy watercolor paper. Now I ordered this one, and it's the biggest size I could get. Unfortunately, it was 10 by 14. And it was actually a different kind of format than I've ever gotten before. This one is actually loose sheets like this. So it's not as super awesome. Oh, see, look, they just come off. So I have a little bit of concern about using this. Now that I think about it, actually, I should probably, here, focus. Focus. It's a good thing I'm not busy at work. Okay. What the hell? Come on, focus, camera. You see my hands? Focus down here. Down here. It should be on autofocus. There we go. Okay. Who got your painting of Notre Dame? This guy named Chris. Yeah, I posted, I sent him a message. He hasn't replied back yet. I did a little live stream post where I picked one. Okay. And then anyway. So here's what I just realized. If I should be able to just, okay. So basically, I can't paint on here because I know from experience what is going to happen is if it gets wet, it could seam under. The paint can come under and contaminate the pages and below. So that's why they come in blocks, and that's why the blocks are superior, because now I have to paint with just this, and it's okay. It's all right not having, just painting on a piece of paper. And this shit's expensive. So I was just doing some of the math before, and actually I was doing the size I wanted to get. Each page was $7 or $8. Each piece of paper was $7 or $8. So these is just this little piece of paper is a couple bucks just for one piece of paper. So I better not screw it up. Okay. Hey Juliet. So we got Juliet, Melissa, and Teresa on Facebook, and maybe some people coming in on DLive. I'm not sure. Okay. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying with the autofocus. Why don't you come here, you? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Autofocus down here. Why would it? There you go. Okay. Let me zoom in. Maybe if I zoom in, that'll help. Boop, boop. Okay. Autofocus. There. Now, what's cool is right here. Wait, why are your chats showing up? Okay, someone type something on Facebook because your chat should show up here for 45 seconds. Let me just make sure that's the chat. This is Tidy Chat. Yeah, right here, some text should appear. So I'm going to do a quick test. I'm going to just type in the words, and I'm going to change autofocus because that's just pissing me off. Okay, I'm going to do a quick little test here. I'm going to type in HELLO. I should type in hello, and it should appear. Why isn't it appearing? Okay, I got to do a couple. See, here's the problem with this. Oh, there it is. Someone's That worked. Okay, it did work. Hello. Okay. So okay, so it does work. That was from me. The Restream IO, that was me. That's so weird. It didn't say Josh. Okay, anyhow. I'm just going to make it bigger so I can see what it is. Huh, that's funny. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. Oh, that'll probably blow your minds. Forget it. It doesn't work. Can't do it. Okay, I'm just going to get right to it. Okay, so it is working. I set the chat for 45 seconds. Hopefully that's long enough so you guys can read each other's stuff. Yeah, 45 seconds is what you got. The chats will disappear after that time. All right, so I got a piece of paper here. I got some pencils. Oh yes, let me just tell you about what I'm doing. This is what I got here. This is Archie's is the kind of watercolor paper I like to use, and this is hot pressed. There's hot pressed, cold pressed, and then rough are the three ones that I'm familiar with. Hot pressed is just the process, and it tends to make the paper very smooth, so it's good for drawing, hand drawing. Cold press is it's good for like watercolor painting, the way it absorbs the paint. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I said I was gonna change the autofocus because that's super annoying. Super annoying. What? If I click off autofocus, okay, let's just keep it there. No more. Okay. All right, so I'm stalling a little bit. Your hello arrived before you said it on my computer, but on my phone is quicker. Oh yeah, that's got nothing to do with me. That's totally the networks you use. All right. What the fuck am I gonna do? Well, I was thinking about doing a figure, a person, but this piece of paper is kind of small. It's not going to be. I like to do big figures, but you know what I might do? I might just do a fuck ton more of those tree things, and then I won't do them anymore ever. Right now I've done 8, and some of them aren't even really. Like there's the one where my hands like ripping up the ground. It was kind of stupid actually. So I like to try and make one each a little different, obviously. This is going to be different because they're wider across and smaller. I have less space to work with. So let me just think what it could be. One way I like to do is just start with a different color scheme. There's only sort of two things. One is the color scheme and the general composition. And why isn't this thing sharpening? I really need a sharp pencil. Got a knife here, so I might kick it old school. Yeah, why isn't this sharpening? Like, who knows? This is some kid's toy sharpener. There's nothing. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's good. That's what I want. This is what I want. Where's my hand? Yeah, I want a nice sharp thing. All right. I'm not starting to paint the moon. God damn it. MD? What are you talking about? Oh, MD? Are you a doctor? Because that's kind of, whoa, that's like, wow, kind of fancy with your MD title. I'm not going to paint the goddamn moon. Pissing me off. Actually, I do like painting the moon. I've done a bunch of Scally type paintings with the moon. I did a very hilarious portrait of my aunt with a Chagall moon. Okay, as I'm talking, I'll just show you a couple pictures of some moons. Because I'm just thinking, I'm absorbing, I'm pondering. Like I was just about to start do a bunch of trees in different directions, but let's look at some moon pictures. I'll show you hilarious. My aunt hated this picture. Okay, I know there's one of the rabbi. I'm pretty sure that, yep, there was the Rabbi Slonim one. I did a portrait of my family rabbi when I was young. And you'll see the moon in there. Here it goes, portrait of Rabbi Slonim. And it's literally, I was thinking about Chagall's moons. You know, he's done those crescent moons. Good old Chagall. Love me Chagall. So over here, see the moon? Whoop, whoop, whoop. That was in 1988. And then I did another one is going to be under portraits. Okay, gallery, subject, portraits. I gotta click the link. So these are portraits, and would have been a long time ago. That's my aunt. So this is a watercolor of my aunt, which is not bad. And then I did this one where she looks like a Holocaust, like a concentration camp kind of. Like it's got a pretty. Oh shit! Where is it? Is it not under portraits? Oh yeah, I didn't put her. It wasn't her portraits because it wasn't really a portrait. It was more like a. What's her? It was yeah. I didn't consider it a portrait. It's kind of funny. It does look like a Holocaust. Like I think I was kind of thinking. There it is. So those are both the only two things I've ever done to my aunt Ellen. And I could swear there's a bull and a moon in here, just like in like Chagall kind of vibe. Come on, website. It's so damn slow. Yep. See, there's the moon. Whoop whoop whoop. Yeah. So there's my aunt. Yeah. See, look at the little Jewish star. There's something. I think the idea was I was kind of like thinking that if she was like in the Holocaust, because that side of my family is, you know, pretty Jewish. My dad's side is very Jewish, and she's, you know, so there's like a bull. That's actually a pretty well drawn bull. That's not bad actually. I did that in '93 when I was 23. It was just some sketch. I don't even know what I was doing. I was just thinking about, yeah. So this is like this is like her as a Holocaust survivor or currently in it. And so she wasn't too pleased when she saw that. She's like, "That's a terrible drawing of me." Sorry. What are you going to do? Okay. No, just another artist. Go makes things in porcelain. Go makes things in porcelain, I guess you're saying. All right. Let's see. All right. My intention was to do... Oh, maybe... It'd be kind of cool. You know, come up with like a space. It's gonna be like definitely maybe they're like a forest. Maybe I'll start with like the horizon really high, like that. God, I just like these compositions. I don't know what it is where they're so. What is like? I don't know why. I've been doing them for like 2 years now, 2.5 years. These similar compositions, and I know I got to break away from them soon. Like, I'm going to do more flowing stuff soon. But maybe I have to just get these out of my system. Get more of these things. You know? Like, I've only done 8. It's not like I've done billions of them. Okay. I'm just going to do it because I get to decide. Fuck it. Alright, so let's just put... Should maybe this one will go right off the edge. Yeah, okay. So here's this thing. What about this one? What if there's like a naughty kind of one, like a naughty, like a real. Just like this particular tree is kind of deformed a little, just sort of. What if this one actually has a branch? Like, what if it branch kind of goes off a bit? And then maybe I could make... Like, actually, these trees, sometimes they have those branches that kind of come off. Yeah, they kind of do stuff like this. Fucking, I don't know. Maybe I'll make a whole bunch of branches as I get going on it. Okay. Whatever, something like that. Okay. And then, hola, what's up, amigo? From the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx, man. Aldolfo. Aldolfo, I'm from the Bronx. Yeah, there might be another little branch that comes off here and kind of comes at an angle and then comes back up. Okay. Then let's do another one of those My birches, I love these goddamn fake birches I make up. I just make them up. And then let's go over, try a different color. Let's try this one. Bum, ba, bum, ba. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Gonna make a wicked art. Making some wicked art. Gonna make some art. Okay, let's just do this. Yeah, this paper is better than... So hot press paper is definitely better to draw on than cold pressed. The cold press has these real textures to it. Here, I'll show you. Let me just take this. Let me just take this thing off the block. I can use my finger because I'm an expert at this. Don't do this at home, kids, because you'll rip the paper. Actually, I better not. I'll probably rip the paper too. Yeah, I've ripped the paper so many times by getting cocky. Okay, just use a knife. Just in 2 seconds. Don't be so goddamn lazy. Okay, so that's the end of that block. That was the other one. But if you look at this paper, let's see if we can. If I have to turn the autofocus back on, and I can show you this. If you look carefully, see the bumps and the textures? That is cold press. And then, boop, hot press. Look how smooth it is. Can you see the difference? Should be able to see that. Okay. So the cold press absorbs... Okay, let me get rid of the autofocus. Cold press absorbs the water. Nice. Nice. And then the hot press allows you to do drawings. They say it's used for portraits, but what the hell do I know? What the hell do I know? Come on, let's make this thing worth at least $75,000. That's the goal. The goal is to make this thing worth $75,000. If that's the case, maybe I should paint a little bush. For $75,000, you better get a goddamn bush. Right? A bush. This tree, you need a tree at an angle. That's every $50,000 painting has to have a tree at a small angle. Otherwise, you're getting ripped off. Go back to the auction. Go back to Sotheby's and say, "Listen, I got ripped off. There are no trees at an angle in this painting." Ask for a refund. That's kind of... Look at this color. This is kind of nice. I gotta be a little conscious of my hands. You don't want to... It's so nice and pristine, this paper. It's just, you don't want to like mess it up just yet. You want to wait at least 20 minutes before you start messing it up. Come on, baby. Come on. Trees in space? Em, what are you talking about? Goddamn trees in space. Freaking, like, tell me all these insane things to do. You're a mad person. You're mad, I tell you. Okay. Yeah, why don't we do... Let's just... If I can go up here... I don't want to use this purple, actually. I don't want to use this purple. Don't know why. Let's get some browns. Brown, brown, brown. Oh, and am I going to do another one of those zigzaggy composition things, you know? Where I did before? With the shadows? The past two paintings I did had these really crazy ass shadows along the bottom. Tabla rasa. Hi, so are you? Did I say something ridiculous like you're insane? And then you're calling me back insane? Well, listen. If you're going to be some artsy-fartsy, you gotta, act the part. Come on. I'm actually incredibly responsible in real life. This is my only form of, like... expressing myself. I'm like super. I'm very reserved in real life. I'm more than happy to disappear in the crowd. Wesley knows. He knows what I'm talking about. Okay, what am I gonna do here? Okay, there's a couple options I'm seeing. Okay, I like that one painting by what's his face? What's his name? I've got a reference for it somewhere. I don't want to look at it though. I've got enough in my mind. It's a landscape by Klimt, and someone told me the name. It's Beaches something, and it's got a very simple composition where the horizon's very high, and he's got the amazing patterns. So I'm gonna steal his thunder and do something, but I'll do my own version. Let's do. How about if we do? Look at this one tree. Look how different it is from all the other ones. It's so strange. This one actually has, look, it's bark. It has like big knots in it. Like there's a knot right here, right on the edge. And there's knots around there. That's what happens. God damn it! Look, there's knots here, all up. And I'll do some like the branches are they got to come out like and have more branches and stuff. But and then loving my birch tree things. I love these little shapes and stuff. I just or maybe is this the mushroom tree? Is there gonna be mushrooms on it? Maybe if you pay me, that's what I should do. So I'll start accepting Bitcoin tips. And then for every $1,000 of Bitcoin tips, I'll do something. Okay. What about God damn it, is that what I said? It's crazy. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. I have what is MD? What's that? Van about Van Gogh? I think this MD person is this is the real lunatic over here. She's great. He or she, doctor. I'm just gonna call you a doctor from now. The doctors lost their marble. See, look, I've already smudged because of my hand. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna paint over this thing, so it won't really matter that much. Okay, but what is this space? Okay, there's a couple directions to go. I could make it. Okay, what am I gonna do here? What am I gonna do? Yeah, maybe I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try it so that there's just lots of freaking trees. Okay, and as you go higher, like there's going to be even more. There's just going to be tons of these trees as you go higher. In fact, I'll have to make them I'll have to just draw them like this, even right to the horizon, like all the way through. This time I won't make an opening in the middle. So there'll be like lines that becomes bigger or slightly thicker that come down further, that come down further, that get thicker, that kind of a thing. Okay, so maybe the roots of this thing are like it's just like the roots are growing into the ground with little roots, something like that. That's kind of cool. All right, it's very important to make these sound effects because guides my hand the sound effects. Okay, all right. Maybe I'll make another something over here. Yeah, so this will be another one of these goofy trees. Grrr, I'm not even looking. Look, I'm not even looking. See? Finished my Taj Mahal in one day. The beauty of procrastination over the last few weeks. Yes, I know what you mean. I'm exceptionally good at that. In fact, I have many, many things I needed to do today, of which I got 0 done. But I'm making this drawing that's going to be worth $75,000. So therefore, it's probably worth my time. What? Okay, all right. So maybe at this point, what I'll do is I'll put down a wash of color. Did you just blow your nose in your hand? No, don't be disgusting. Look, I have like boxes of Kleenex, man. I got freaking sinus thing. blow my nose in my hand. Actually, I don't like the way the composition where the root is here. I might change that. Okay, now let's think. There's a couple ways I can go with this. I could do greeny kind of forest. Should I do a green forest? What about green and orange? Does that even happen? Can you have a green? By the way, these are not questions where I want answers. I'm just talking aloud, okay? I don't actually want someone to say, yes, you should do, why don't you do a deer walking through? No, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to do a deer walking through. I can feel M's just about to tell me to put a deer in there. Aren't you, M? A doctor. Hey, M, are you a doctor? Oh, maybe you answered that up there. Maybe I said, are you a doctor? And you said, no, just another artist. Go makes things in porcelain. But MD, you know, that sounds like an MD, like medical doctor. Okay. If I could do green. Do I want to do green? Green and orange? That might look kind of weird. Like, what the Do you like the browns and oranges? Here, so let me look at this one I just did. This one started off very red. And was no problem because I was like an underpainting. You can see the red comes through and actually makes it a little warm. So I might do that again. And then, let me just look at some of these other ones. Let me just look at some of those. This is the other one I did. I like this one. The colors are nice. This one, I could do another green one. Oh, this is a weird one. I gotta finish that. Oh, I like this one. Was actually a little bit insane. The details in this, I kind of like how crazy this is. This took me quite a few. This one took quite a while. There's tons of like insane, fucking crazy ass details. Yeah, actually, this is kind of the composition I was just thinking about, where it's more. But also, there's one here that I think people really like. Was it this one? There was one where I think it had, because it had a sense of space that was kind of nice. Yeah. I think it's this one here. This one was more of a contrived space. More of, it felt. Yeah. There's a couple other ones, but that's it. Okay, so. So let me just go back here to here to here. Okay, so let me think about this. There was something about this one. I think because it had a sense of openness to it. But I like these colors. This is tricky. I do like... Don't forget the moon. Look, black or dark blue and the tree's white. No, fuck, don't do it. Don't do it. Someone's got to tell M how it works around here. I can't do... As soon as someone makes a suggestion, I can't do it because I have to do it my way 100%. I'm not good with suggestions. It's got to be 100%, unless I ask, which is kind of rare. I'm just mostly joking, but yeah, I don't like people give me suggestions because the bottom line is then it doesn't feel like it's my creation, right? It's kind of silly, but it's just one of my quirks. Okay, so, I mean, I gotta just... Living in a winter wonderland. You're an art teacher. That's cool. I do a little teaching too. I never listened to any of my art teachers, ever. But they were great with me because they just let me go and do my thing. Okay. Am I feeling the blues, greens, or am I feeling the oranges again? I've been on this crazy orange ride for a while. Okay, I'm doing blues and greens. I love me some blues and greens. But maybe I'll still do a wash in red. Why don't I try that? Bad boy. Exactly. No, I was like, nah, whatever. Okay, let's try doing a wash in red, but the whole thing doesn't have blues and greens. That'll be, let's just see what happens. Okay, pure red. Let's see how pure red will go. All my brush is washed, which is nice. Let's go pick one out. What is that thing? It's upside down smiley face? I wouldn't even know how to do that emoji. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should draw more. Yeah, maybe I should draw the trees first, because I always get that problem where I have to paint over and paint over and paint over to get the white back. So why don't I do another tree that's going to come across behind here. And maybe I'll give these guys a canopy. Yeah, like a canopy of the trees that are down here. Like, oh, actually, at this point, they're just lines. They're just here. Like maybe, like, there's a canopy like this. And also, maybe there's something in the background. Like, I don't know. But let's just do this. Let's just create a kind of like something. Let's just make a bunch of fucking lines and then just something good will come out of it. I just know it. I just know it. It'll just happen. I'm just going to make it happen. Let's just make this thing up. Let's just do this. All right, screw it. Let's get it up. All right. Yes, Adolfo, it's a forest. Come on, man. Let's go get some pizza in the Bronx. Okay, even though I'm doing a wash, I still like to have a little bit of variety. What I mean is, well, that's too orange. I like to, like, the whole point of this wash is to, so that the color that shows through isn't white. It'll be this red. It is going to look completely different, but instead of have a little white spot just throwing through, it'll be these colors. Something I got to think about is where is the light going to be? See how there's now 3 different colors here? It's going to be subtle, but it'll help later. The other reason why I like the block too, I just realized, is that there's a tiny, it's slightly off the surface. So when I put the brush here, I'm not going to get this all the time, which is painting the table. And the problem with that is when I move it back, it could like smudge things. So that's another reason why I just realized I like the blocks. Where's that block thing? I'm going to use the old, yeah, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to put the old block under here. And therefore, Yeah, the blocks are so superior. Because look, the problem when you paint on paper is the paper warps slightly. Excuse me. So already, okay. So rule. Okay, I just decided I'm never gonna buy this kind again. Individual paper. I'm only gonna ever buy. I'm gonna bite the bullet and have to buy the really expensive shit. The one that costs like $7 a piece of paper. Because I just realized I've lost a certain amount of control here. You know, that control is like everything. Like I need, because right now it's like it's already buckling and bugging me. Okay, that's like that is crimson. It's very crimson. What's going to happen is that the other side of this is just going to be really painted with stuff. Bum, bum, bum. I don't like these Chinese brushes, to be honest. They're not that good. They're too floppy. They don't hold the edge well. Right? They're too soft. I mean, these are pretty much like, honestly, they're probably like for calligraphy. These are my mom's brushes that I stole from her about 30 years ago. And I don't really ever use them because I just remember why I hate them, because they suck, because they bend. My mom did Chinese calligraphy, that's why. She was a pretty good artist. You can use old newspaper to paint on. Why would I want to do that? It's a terrible idea. It's just fucking. Yeah. I have no idea. Why would I want to paint on old newspaper? I want to have a hard surface. No. That wouldn't help me. That wouldn't solve the problem of the paper warping a little bit. Thank you, though. I'm going to try to be super nice now. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be friendly. I'm not going to be my pseudo asshole. I like to talk a good game, but I would never really hurt someone's feelings. Okay, this is interesting. The question I have right now is, where is the light going to be? Am I going to do... I'd like to do something just weird and mysterious light. Not that real. Okay, that's the red I was looking for. Scarlet. Scarlet, my dear, I don't give a damn. I tried watching that movie. Scarlet, my dear, I don't give a damn. What's that movie called again? What's that movie? Gone with the Wind. I gotta tell you, it was one of the most horrible movies I think I've ever tried to watch. I couldn't watch it. It was just like a horrible soap opera done as a period piece with annoying people. I couldn't stand any of the people in it. And just was horrible. Gone with the Wind. Like, it was a garbage movie. How could anyone like that movie? Garbage movie? Yeah, okay. What are you talking about? Yeah, okay. Gone with the Wind. It's like a... There's another movie which I'm never going to see. For as long as I live, I'll be happy never seeing it. It's like Titanic. I have absolutely zero interest in seeing that movie. I've seen clips of it, and it makes my brain hurt thinking about it. You could tell I'm not a fan of like schmaltzy romantic stories. Not a fan at all. Okay, Frank the Dank. I'm starting to see a theme here. Yeah, exactly. Well, man, you got it. What's wrong with trees? Trees are freaking awesome. Love me some trees. Okay, what about some burnt sienna? Frank the Dank. All right, so the chat's working. You guys, you can actually see Frank up there on the chat from D-Live. So this little section here is D-Live, and this little section down here, you can't see it right now, I walked in on my wife with a tree. I just got an ice cream. Oh, see, I put a sound effect. Frank the Dank gave me an ice cream. Sweet. What the? I walked in on my wife with a tree. That's some sort of weird sexual reference. I don't know what it means, but it sounds like it's some sort of like strange sexual thing happened. Scarlet. Am I right? Here, you want to have a good laugh? Let me show you something. As this stuff is drying, I'm going to show you something you'll have a good laugh at. I found this photograph of me. Oh, I don't know what it's called. Okay, I'm just going to type in tree, because maybe I named it tree or something. It's like long tree. Check this out. T-R-E. I'm just going to type in this. But there's a picture of me when I was like 20 or 21 next to this painting of a tree I did. And it's kind of similar to some of the ones. What the hell did I call it? That sucks. It would take me a long time to find it. I got like 900 things on here. Year, I think I was like 18, 1988, 89, 87, 88. I'm just waiting for this thing to dry, so. Or was I older? Was I older? Oh, I think I was older. This is when I was 17 and 18. Let me just... Yeah, I was older. This doesn't look right. Gallery by year. 89. Oh, look, I was in Force back then. Look, oh, I like this one that I did. Unfortunately, I don't have a good photograph of it. It's on a piece of wood. This is a photograph of a shitty photograph. So it's going to be blurry. Dark forest. 12 inches by 48 inches. I know it's somewhere. Someone has it somewhere. God. Something's wrong. I did like 100 things that year. Okay. Oh, well. 87? Could I have been 17? Oh, I know where it'd be. It'd be under... I know. I'll go back in time. I'm going to go to subject, nature, and flowers. And I'm going to go back to when I was youngest and then go back in time. And by that time, this thing will be dry. Maybe I didn't put it under nature and flowers. That's too bad, because there's actually one of the few photographs I have of myself doing art. Okay, fuck, that sucks. All right, never mind. It's dry. Now I can continue. Well, I just took you on a trip to nowhere. God, I could have swore that was like high school days. I remember being on the deck. I remember it being hot. That stupid deck. I had to rebuild it. There's like it was like a tarred roof sort of, and my dad made me rebuild. I had to build like 30 of these sort of wooden floating things to fit together so that you could walk on it, because it was like all this shitty tar surface. And That took me quite a while. I had to hammer and cut all these wood and make these sort of like frames. And they're, I don't know, maybe like 3 feet by 3 feet or 5 feet by 5 feet. I don't even remember. That sucked because it was so hot. I'm like a redhead. I don't like being in the direct sunlight. And there's no shade up there. So you're on this roof that's a tar roof. So it's all like hot, sticky tar. And I remember like if you stepped on your bare feet, it like melt into your feet. And that was the whole point of me building those things. And that's where I took the photo. I haven't thought about it since I did that. Since I did build the deck, whatever it was called. But I didn't mind too much. I like working with my hands. I liked building stuff. Okay. Well, do you digital art too? Wait, I gotta get back to D-Live. Frank the Dank is saying some funny stuff. Sorry. It says, then I dedicate my life to deforestation. Do you do digital art too? Well, if there's every series of murders with a tree theme, I'll know where to send the cops. In a way, Frank, yes. I've been making video games for about 25 years. So you could say I make digital art. However, I have been like a so-called digital artist, but that was a long time ago. Now, for many years, I was doing more like team lead production stuff. But I did a lot of world building, game design. I prefer the one with the boots sticking out anyway. What? Damn it, I'm totally not following. I prefer the one with the boots sticking out. See, I'm just out of sync with the text, so I don't know what that means. Let me go, friend. No. I'm responding to Juliet, who wrote, I prefer the one with the boots sticking out anyway. And it's a reference to something, but it's hard for me to like follow along sometimes. I think I can enable text to speech, so I can hear like a computer voice saying your stuff. Frank the Dank. Come on, man. You have some good things going on there. I need some more out of you. It's good. One of my favorite times I was streaming was on Facebook, and these 3 guys were in there, and they were making fun of me. And the problem is I didn't notice what they were saying, so it was only after it was done that I saw that they had written a bunch of stuff, and it was too bad because I would have laughed my ass off. They said some really funny stuff. There was Nigel from like the UK, some guy from Texas, and you know, I'm not exactly slim, and I was like breathing heavy, and it's like, who's this guy, Darth Vader? Because I was breathing so heavy, and there was like, oh, it's just the insults were flying, man. I wish I was paying attention, because I love that stuff. That stuff cracks me up. It's literally, you cannot insult me. You could say anything in the world, and I would just be like, I mean, if you're trying to make fun of me, it just doesn't bother me at all. It makes me laugh. So go for it. Go for it. Do your worst. Oh man, some of their insults were pretty clever. It's like, what were 3 guys who seemed to be just like trolling around, and they were like probably in their 40s. Like, why were they watching someone paint? Like, what was their motivation for watching some goof nugget paint on the internet and then decide they're going to troll them? It's like, it's funny. It was just funny that they were doing that. It just didn't even make sense. It's like they're a bunch of barbecue dads getting together, like, on the internet. Is this guy Darth Vader? That was funny. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know why I'm singing this song. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. You know, so here's kind of, see how I'm putting darker color in between the branches. It just, if you're ever going to try to paint something realistic, don't do this. I purposely like to make it so that there's strange segments where there shouldn't be. Like if it was a real painting, it would be the same across, like behind it. But this is just kind of like one of these things I like to do. So this is just a very rudimentary base coat of paint, let's just call it. The actual color is going to be very different. See, look at this. Look how much I don't know if you can see this. Here, I know what I'll do. I'll go like this. Turn it sideways. Look how much the paint is curling. That's why it sucks. That's why I'm never going to buy the non-blocks again. It's like freaking wings. Look at that. It's terrible. Oh, now I remember what we used to tape it down. We used to put tape. Oh, man, this is going back so many years. When I remember back in the day when I was young, we used to do paintings and tape it down to a board, and it would do two things. One, it would give you a nice, clean, crisp white edge that you could use when you're framing it. It could fit in. And the second thing, it would hold it down. Well, it's actually water. They're called gouache. I don't feel like talking about it. You can look it up. Gouache. But it is water-based. Like over here, here's the water I've been using. Just replying to Aldolfo. So I remember, it's funny. It's been so many years since I've done this. Okay, so there is a way to get around buying the cheaper watercolor. You have to have a board behind it. You need a certain kind of painter's tape because you don't want to rip the paper, but you tape it to, in fact, I know some of the paintings I literally did in 1987 that used this exact method that I'm talking about. Why would anyone care? I don't know. No one would care. Josh, shut the hell up. I remember doing that. Okay, I think I'm pretty close to starting to paint properly. I actually do have painter's tape right here. So, here's the problem with doing painter's tape now. Okay. Yeah, it's easier said than done though, Shrek, because I ordered this yesterday, and I saw it was the same dimensions, same brand, everything, except this one was only like $50, and the one the exact same size was like $100 for 20 sheets. No, this is only 12 sheets. And I was thinking, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe, because sometimes you get deals on Amazon, and I thought maybe they screwed up. So I ordered it, and I now remember why it's so much cheaper. See, this is very good quality paper. It's not a matter of the quality of the paper. It's when it's in a block. Well, actually, that's not true. This stuff here is just thick and nice. Like even holding it feels good. So strong. But that was the size I wanted to get was $250 for 20 sheets. So it's kind of like, yeah, pay more and it's 10 times better, but it's also $250 for 10 pieces of paper. So there's that. And I really did try to find the same one I got before, but see, I found that on sale in an art store, and I was like, oh, I gotta get this. Because I hadn't been buying it for a while because it was just so freaking expensive. And it was like $50 for 20 sheets of that paper, and that was a good deal. and it was a good brand. Like there's another brand you could buy called Fluid, but I just don't know if I trust it. I've only ever bought Archie's, which is just one of those brand. It's good quality. Like you can't fuck up with that. Like I've always used it. But yeah, okay. Am I even? No, 20 pieces of paper. I know it's crazy expensive. That's why I said, you said invest a little more and the results be 10 times better. Yeah, it's true. But what I usually do is I wait and I look for sales, and then I stock up whenever there's a sale. But the problem is I ran out. I ran out of those 20 sheets yesterday, and I went on Amazon last night. Yeah, isn't it amazing? I ordered on Amazon. I got it today. So unfortunately, so here's the problem. Now, I could now go and put, this is painter's tape. So painter's tape is just, is a tape that's, the adhesive is actually intentionally weak. And it's designed to be sticky enough it's really used for painting edges. The problem is if I put it on the edge, there's going to be a thin edge that's going to be a different painting than the red. So it's almost like too late to do it. I mean, what I could do is I could make those silly little goofy loops. Oh, I can't even do that because I want to be able to turn. Well, let me try this. I'm using gouache on paper. So I could do, I don't know if you saw that. I just made a little loop, and I could do this. And it might hold it down to some degree. This is like not a recommended solution. Yeah, I can't believe what a dumbass I am. Okay, so it actually worked because I can just turn the whole thing. So I'm going to do a couple more. That helps a bit, but it's just not really good because when I start drawing, you don't want to have any edges come up. I'll show you the, if you're interested, I can show you the stuff that, the paper I like to get. Maybe someone can order it for me if you want to spend $200 on some paper. That'd be awesome, thanks. Adolfo's just had a brain aneurysm. Are you guys seeing the text on the screen? I haven't been really paying attention. Like when you type something, Shark, did you see your text appear on my screen? How about Shark? Just type anything and let's see if it appears. I'll pay attention this time. And maybe like, who's there that I can ask? Yeah, it works. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, it works. See, look, it's already come off. My little solution has already failed. Damn. Cool. How about someone on Facebook or YouTube, if you could type something? Aldolfo, can you type something? Because I can see DLive text. I don't know if I want to see if I have to do a bunch of these. That's the only way it'll work. See, I don't know. I think Adolfo understands what I'm talking about. He's in the Bronx. Oh, see, it's coming up again. Shit, this is not going to work. Okay. All right. That was really annoying. Okay, here's the other trick I've done a bunch of times. If you can't get it to work like this, take some tape and just take a tiny corner and just overlap the corner with it, okay? And then later, you're just going to paint over that tiny bit that's like I'd use stronger tape, but actually this tape is probably good, so it won't rip the paper. So I'll do my little trick. I'll just put a little bit, and then later where that, see, it's already coming off. Fucking sons of guns. Let's see if I can get it to stay. I'll have to come back and paint over. It'll work just to fix these things. I don't want to do a straight line. See, the good thing is I'm going to be painting messy. I'm not going to be meticulous. So these little corner, weird little things, I can just work into the painting. Oh, you typed okay, but I think I missed it. Did anyone see Aldolfo type okay? Aldolfo, could you do it one more time, bud? Just type anything. Because I'm not seeing your text, actually. I'm seeing it on Facebook. I'm not seeing it in my chat window thing. Of course, you're going to text it just when I look away, probably. Okay. Okay, so normally I would have done tape all along here to get a nice crisp edge, but I can't do that. Okay. Now let us bring in the color, the proper color. All right. It worked earlier on all 3 platforms, so yeah, I don't know what here. I'm gonna type in this Restream chat thing, and it should send it to Facebook. It should say it's from me from Facebook. So hi. Oh yeah, it worked for me. Okay, so that comes from me, and it says it's from Restream, but it's actually from me, and it's going out to Facebook and YouTube. Okay, all right, so it works, hopefully. All right, let's bring in the colors. Let's use sap green. I like this color. Turquoise blue. Let's use green. It's just called green. Grass green. Wait, do I have 2 grass greens? Look at that, I got 2 grass greens. I definitely want to bring blacks in. I don't usually use blacks, but these days I'm into it. Then there's this other type of blue. Okay, this blue is pretty nice. This ultramarine deep blue. I'll use that somewhere. Let's put burn umber, raw sienna. What I'm looking for is a certain blue that's kind of, it's a green blue. Oh, this looks nice. Deep green, let's try that. This is the one, navy blue. I really like this one. Okay, really enjoy watching you, but I gotta go sleep soon. Yeah, no problem. What time is it for you, Shark? Because where I'm at, it's 6:10 in the evening. Which is easier to work, oil or base? Okay, it's not working. Facebook's not working. It's 12 p.m. I'm really entertaining. Well, honestly, 100% thought I would be boring as hell. Trust me. Like, I was thinking, I don't even know what I'm like. I'm rambling on 99% of the time. That is crazy. Entertaining? Jeez, that's not me as to be an entertainer. Okay. Okay, something's wrong because Facebook, like Aldolfo just wrote, which is easier to work, water or oil based? Well, here's something. Let me show you something, Aldolfo. I'm going to go to my front view so you can see this. I normally work in oils, but I normally work, most of my stuff is large paintings, like 4 to 7 feet, that kind of stuff. And normally I use this. These are, wait, let me go to the top view. Okay, this is my normal paint. So this is, it's a actually water mixable oil paint. And this is why, so it's an oil paint. So you can't say it's water or oil based because it's kind of both. It's literally oil paint, but it's mixable with water. So normally if you use oil paint, you have to mix with turpentine and mineral spirits and like linseed oil and walnut oil, all these very toxic, noxious fumes. Thanks, Shark. Right? So all these really horrible fumes, and you need a massive ventilation system. So right? A couple years ago, I found these water-based oil paints, and they're amazing. In fact, they just wash off with like palm olive soap. There's 0 fumes, and it behaves like oil paint. So my big paintings can take months to dry, and I love the fact that I can come back a week later and still use, like, the colors are still wet, and they're just superior to acrylics. in so many ways. And what am I talking about? Oh yeah, so I would probably say they're oil based, but they're water mixable, and it's revolutionized painting for me at least. Okay, so now the question is, what am I going to do regarding this green and blue? Because this was kind of a nice effect, wasn't it? Isn't that kind of nice? The greens, this kind of like, I like doing that. That was kind of enjoyable to do. And I did the last one like in an extreme way. No problem. Happy to. Do I see some leaf action? I don't know. In this one, they're just splooshes of paint. I don't... Oh, yeah. No, in the one I did yesterday, there's leaves. I did a little bit of... I've done tons of leaves. Like, if you look up here, you see little tiny, little bit of leaves. But that's just that. Like, it could be leaves falling. So, like, I did this one. Actually, it started off... Here's how it happened. It started off with this one where I wanted to do one of those, you know, those blue flowers in a forest. Like, I've seen these places where they have like blue and green. It's crazy. And this one, actually, I was going to go back and do a second version of it. I never did. But I kind of like the subtleties. See all those little trees and shit? That's kind of what I might do this time. See those little, in the background? The little fine little lines back there? And actually, this is nice. That's beautiful. That's gorgeous. Look at that. That's fucking gorgeous. That's like worthy of any fucking museum art. Oh, fuck, that's beautiful. Anyhow, get all excited about this stuff. So I started doing these zigzag patterns, and then I went to... I'm not sure if this was the next one. Yeah, and then I went to this one, and I like this, and then I went to this one yesterday. I just sort of took it to an extreme. I actually went backwards this way. So what I might do is go back to this one. There's something nice about these colors. And so I was just busting at the blues and greens, thinking I might go deeper. And this purple was just an accident. I sort of just started putting some purple. Oh, that actually kind of works well, doesn't it? It's like this extra kind of force in the background. Interesting. Sometimes I have to just talk myself through this in my mind. I'm like visualizing all these different ways to do it. And it's just with this one tree, it feels so static. It feels like those Rousseaus I was talking about some other day, which I kind of don't like. Okay. They're easier to work. Oh, I can't remember if I think... I wouldn't say they're easier. I like oils better. It gives me more control. I mean, I've done tons of acrylic paintings. I've done tons of watercolors. I've done tons of gouaches. I like gouache far more than watercolor. In fact, I can unequivocally say I hate watercolor. I hate it. Pisses me off. Don't use watercolor. It's stupid. Gouache is way better. Okay, let's get into some green. Let's get some sap green, just because it's going to be muted and so different from this background. And putting this green red might have been a failure, because I don't recall ever trying to do a wash. Someone followed me. I set up this thing where on DLive, if people do things, oh, you fucking stupid son of a bitch. Oh, sorry, I swear sometimes a little too much. Okay. It'll do little icons and things, but it doesn't work like that for YouTube or Facebook. Because Facebook is for old farts like me, and DLive is for the youth. Oh, I got an ice cream. We got love from. That's nice. Okay, Crunk's Creations. I'm getting ice cream. I don't know what's happening. We got. Fuck, I don't know, something's happening. Love from Crunch Crew. I don't know who the hell Crunch Crew is. Crunch Crew. Quacks. Okay, so Quack, what did I don't know. Crunch Crew donated a diamond. I don't know what a diamond is, but it's gotta be good, right? 100 Linos. I'm gonna go buy a Tesla with that fucker right away. Oh, I better not swear because last time there's a... We are, baby. love from Crunch Crew. Now I gotta find out who the hell Crunch Crew is. Crunch Crew is the new PewDiePie. Must subscribe immediately to Crunch Crew. So all you Facebook people, go to DLive, damn it. Facebook screwing you over. I had a bunch of people from Facebook. Okay, I'll find out what Crunch Creations is with a Z. It's creating something. That old Crunch character. That old wacky Crunch guy. I hope it's not some weird porn thing. Like it's some furries getting together and like... Okay. Alright, so I don't know... Oh yeah, that's the one I set up for lemons. That's kind of freaky. I forgot. That was just this morning. I was like, okay, I want to figure out how the hell do you add like sound effects and things. So I've just quickly threw together. I think I've got 2 sound effects on one so far for lemons and ice cream. Or maybe there's one more. The rest are all just quacks. The default sound. Blue Core Mike. Which guy's awesome? Me? Oh yeah, fuck, I'm super awesome. Are you kidding me? If you're talking about me, fuck yeah. Okay, what the hell am I doing? Okay, 6 lemons. This Crunch guy is like loaded. Look at him, he's throwing down lemons. It's gonna be saying that. Okay, you better stop, dude. Stop. It's gonna say like lemons for the next 10 minutes. Or actually, I don't know. Oh yeah, 20 lemons. Fuck. All right. Now I regret picking that thing. Is it gonna keep? There we go. Shit. 20 times you're gonna have to listen to this. See, all my old Facebook friends here don't have a clue what's going on. Thank you for the lemons. DLive fam. Okay, I gotta put a little note to myself to change the lemon sound effect. Is like Crunch Creations, like what are you like? It sounds like a rapper. Oh, you fucking son of a bitch! Corner coming up. Thank you for the lemons. All right. I'm beginning not wanting more goddamn lemons. It's like it's confusing me now. Like I'm trying to focus on doing some farty ass painting here, and thank you for the lemons. Cool stream, dude. Thanks. Thank you for the lemons. Okay. But what if I did? Thank you for the lemons. Yes, thank you. No more goddamn lemons, please. Keep your lemons. Give them donate them to the Crispy Crunch Creations. Love the setup, homie. Thanks. It's Mr. Homie to you. You young punk. You young hooligan. Okay. All right. Do I want to do greens? Do it like I wonder how this is gonna work. Okay. All right. So how about this? I know what I'll do. I like this stuff. I like the way this one turned out. So why don't I steal some of that idea? I'll steal some of this. Someone asked, "Hey, you should put some mushrooms in there." So I put some mushrooms on this tree. I think he was very happy about that. I don't do requests, but I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. So I just sort of drew some, you know, those. Here, I'll draw one right now for this guy. This tree. They're sort of like, they come out like this. See, this, if you go spend time in the forest, like you figure this shit out. They have these lemons that grow on the side of trees, and they kind of like, they're like little steps, little kind of steps. And they're nasty. and they're hard actually. I'm like as a kid, like I'd spend time like going through a forest and like trying to break them off. Because you're in a forest. What else are you gonna do when you're 10 years old in the forest? You go break shit. You go stamp on logs and jump in puddles and okay. So there's those little fucking mushroom things. That's what you do. The guy wanted, do you, like, where are all the sticks and mushrooms? And I'm like, okay, I'll give you some sticks. And that's what these things are. I just went like, I was just going, it's like, there's your damn sticks. This isn't a restaurant. You're not going to order up some sticks. But it was actually not a bad idea. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Like maybe, wait. Do I want to do the like those? I kind of like those shadows. They're kind of neat. Yeah, let's just do them again. Screw it. Let's do it. Here, I'll draw them in. Probably faster. Okay, let's pick some funny colors. Purple. Yeah. And what I was kind of thinking, the way I did the shadows before was like as if. So imagine this light coming down. There's like a shadow around it, kind of. So the shadows, and this would be the light. So this will all be light here. I also kind of want there to be flow. So here's going to be, this will be light and then shadow. All right. I might have to draw some more trees in, so I'll put a couple bad boys over here. A couple humdingers for you youngins. You young sons of bitches. I want to be like Clint Eastwood in that movie. Remember that movie with Clint Eastwood where he was a grumpy old bastard and he was kind of, well, I don't want to be the racist part of him, but the part where he's like, get off my lawn kind of thing. There's like a scene where he's got, I want to say Vietnamese neighbors, and there's one girl who he helps out. I think he saves her basically. So she feels very indebted to him. And then it's something about his Gran Turismo. That was it. I want to be like some old grumpy son of a bitch like him. I'm working on it. I'm trying very hard. I'm trying to get to be. But he was also badass cool. Like there's one scene where, I think the scene where he saves her is pretty badass. There are these guys and the girl's, I think she must be a teenager. And it's his neighbor who he's definitely racist, right? He's like, I don't know. He was like some Vietnam vet or something, but he calls him all kinds of horrible names and shit. He's always just looking at him with the side of his eye and like doing that Clint Eastwood sort of like growl, but more like I'm a grumpy old bastard kind of growl. Anyhow, there are a bunch of these asshole guys who are really just really harassing her because it's on the way home. And I think he gets out of the car, and I can't remember if one of them has a gun or he's got a bigger gun or, it's Clint Eastwood. He's going to do his Clint Eastwood thing. That was an excellent movie, actually. It was very well done because a good movie with a good story has a good character arc, right? So the character arc for him, I don't want to ruin it, but check it out if you're interested. The other good Clint Eastwood movie is Unforgiven. I've been wanting to watch that one again. That is a movie that is slow, and it's about Clint Eastwood, who's like a retired badass gunslinger, and Morgan Freeman is his friend, and they're like, you're inferring that back in the day they were total badasses, like we're talking hardcore, the equivalent of gangbangers, whatever. But now he's like. He's got a son and he's like mellowed out completely. And then something happens at the end and it just turns into like this super intense, like, it's like you see him what he once was. And then that gives me chills thinking about that movie. That was such a good story arc. I don't know if he wrote that, but that's an excellent movie. Unforgiven. What a cool pacing. I don't remember a movie that has that particular kind of pacing. The only movie that I've seen recently, and I have to go back, I could be wrong, but being kind of surprised. I was surprised when I saw that. The other movie that kind of surprised me was Drive. Because like the Ryan Gosling is that Ryan Gosling, the Canadian guy? I don't know. It was actually pretty cool. Like there was something about his character was cool. Equalizer 2 like it's going to be bomb too. What are you, 14? Fucking going to be bomb. I'm just messing with you. Blue core mic. Equalizer. Is that the one with the guy from... Oh, you fuck shitballs. Okay, where's the dark? I'm going to start putting the dark stuff in. Equalizer. Is that the bald-headed guy, the British bald-headed guy who does that movie where he can't stop having adrenaline or he'll die because of the poison? Crank or something? Okay. I'm not sure if I've seen Equalizer, the first one. Maybe it's better than... Okay, I fucked this up. This is the dark area, dumbass. Okay, so this is the dark area. This is the light area. Let's go in and I'm just going to try this out. Denzel. Oh, actually, oh yeah. I was quite surprised how good that was. I was very surprised. That's the one where he can sort of like plan out in his mind his like exact moves he does. And then he just totally demolishes whoever's there. Like he's in the train with that... I can't remember the guy. Was he Turkish or something? Yeah, that was not bad. That was pretty good, actually. I do like those kind of movies. I thought it was a cheesy movie, to be honest. I thought you were talking about that one with the British guy who is it called Crank? That's more like silly action. And Equalizer was he was a bit badass. I do like badass, kind of like tough guy stuff. That was pretty good. The Equalizer. Okay. All right. We'll give the Equalizer a chance. Denzel Washington. I don't think I've ever met Denzel Washington. Okay. Dark. This is dark. This is going to be the light. Okay. It's going to be light. In fact, let's bring in some yellows. So tell me, what is this Crunch Creations all about? Crunch Creations. Okay, where's the light? This is the light. Someone give me the elevator pitch. What's the dealio? Because you're also going to be telling all the people on Facebook. There's a lot more people on Facebook than are on DLive. I just started this DLiveio thing. Okay, wait. DLive. He does giveaways and stuff, bingo live and whatnot. Huh. Interesting. Wait, did I fuck that up again? Okay. Where's the light? Oh yeah, this is going to be the light. So let's just paint it out. Let's just make it easier to see. Okay. So here's going to be light. Okay. There are no rules when it comes to art. Just make it up as you go and don't worry about it. That's my philosophy. Just make it happen. All right. So I want light to be... I want to give the impression... See, that's a problem right there. So that's going to be dark. Maybe those... I like zigzagging light across. I like there to be... Okay, this one's going to flow a bit more like this. Okay. And the lights... This is going to be the light up here. Okay. Real chill music, taking is a good guy. Yeah, I tried. I've done music a bunch of times, at least when I've been streaming on Facebook, which I am now actually too. And they always kill my streams, even if I play it in the background and just sing to it. It's such a pain in the ass. And I don't monetize anything, so when it goes to YouTube, they just put ads up. I don't care about that. That's not a big deal. But it's kind of like the problem is like the other day they killed my live stream. Actually, I was painting for 5 hours, and they killed it after 5 minutes because I was listening to some song. So I was still streaming somewhere else. I think I was... Where was I streaming to? I think I might have been streaming to DLive. I think I was just getting things started on it. Okay, here's going to be light. Okay. And maybe actually, you know what we'll do? Let's have some light come in through here, just at an angle, like this. Have light come through here. Maybe it'll match. Okay, yeah, here'll be some light there, and maybe light here. Okay, so here's going to be, so I'm just trying to map out the overall composition. Okay, TOS here is way more lax. For those who know, that's terms of service. They won't shut down anything not super obscene. My problem is I tend to swear a lot. I can't help it. That's my I have to be careful, because the other day there was a 13-year-old kid on here. I didn't even think of that, because I'm so used to Facebook, where the majority of people who watch my stuff are like 50s and 60s. So here I was just like yattering away and F this, F that. And then after a while, this person's like, we started talking about how they're having panic attacks. And I'm like, oh, geez, you're 13. This is like, I switched into like father mode. Because I am a dad, I'm a father. I'm like, what are you watching? I'm a 50-year-old dude painting on D-Live, you wiener. That's just weird. You're a bunch of weirdos. Okay. All right. So we got that base down. Now let's put some dark in here. Swearing 100% fine. You can just put rating on your channel. So yeah, so you mean the X rating thing, right? Yeah. Well, to be honest here, I enjoy swearing it. I find it cathartic, but maybe I should just chill the hell out a little bit. It's just not totally necessary. Like, it might have been just because this has been kind of fun to do, and I kind of forget that people are listening. But yeah. Like, my 85-year-old mother watches me sometimes, and she doesn't like me when I swear. Okay, so this is all going to be light. This is going to be the dark stuff. So all this red I put in there, it's going to start fading away really soon. Let's just paint in some stuff. Let's just paint in the shadows. I'm trying to let some of the red still show through, because it does create like an effect. Whether that effect is good or not has to be determined, but no, I'm pretty sure it'll be kind of cool. I've done that with a lot of oil paintings. I've done hundreds and hundreds of oil paintings, but I can't really whip any out right now. Okay. This is the dark. Okay, so the idea is, as if you have to imagine that you're in this kind of foresty place, and light is coming down, and there's like got to be leaves on the tree, like the canopy is causing there to be shade. So that's what this is meant to be. And I don't really care if it's not realistic. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create something like a unique place. Yeah. So up here, what happens when you do so, if you want to have a bit of depth perspective, down here the lines are going to be vertical, and as you get up, the lines are going to be more horizontal. They'll be more like this, because that's just what happens. If you want to create a sense of depth and distance, larger vertical strokes like down here, then smaller thin horizontal lines up here. Okay, so if this is going to be dark here, this could be dark. And let's create like a going across. That could be kind of nice up here like this. And then we'll stick with this, and let's make a dark patch here, as if there's some sort of, yeah, let's just do a dark patch like across here. Across here. And it's good to vary up your brush strokes. It doesn't all look the same, otherwise it'll look like one of those crappy pointless paintings by, who's that guy, Surratt. Surratt's kind of a crap artist. A crap painter, I call him. It's craptastic. Overrated. Okay. Thank you for explaining. Oh, that was Juliet looking good. Thank you. Okay, let's put some of this blue in here. This is nice. Turquoise blue. Okay, let's try what turquoise blue will be nice. I think the blue and the green is just going to be interesting to see all together. So I'm going to start. So I'm just basically building up layers. Now the thing with gouache is it tends to dry dark and less saturated. So it's just something to be aware of. If you want to do some painting, gouache is very fun to work with. If you consider this fun, there's probably something wrong with you and seek medical attention. But just note that it's not going to be like painting with acrylic, where the colors will retain their vibrancy. Or as we like to say, saturation. Actually, vibrancy. You can say vibrancy too. Now, if I want to be a Van Gogh, the edges, I'll put like a darker color around it. But yeah. We'll tend to do like these trees. I'll put an outline because that's what the old Van did. Okay, let's see what color green is. Let me just name this one green. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice, kind of nice. Where's my awesome blue Yeti picking up on my sound effects? These are highly trained, highly honed sound effects from the age of about 7 to 12. I spent many times making pew pew sounds with my face. Many hours playing Star Wars figures. Oh man, when I was a kid, I used to do animation, stop motion animation, and I took my Star Wars figures and I would do stop motion Star Wars movies with them. And man, they are all bloody and melted because I used to put sparklers on them to try to do like explosion special effects. So like my Luke Skywalker's all melted, and then I put like, I can't remember what I did for the red. Maybe I just painted the blood on. So I have all these like horribly mutilated like Darth Vader and like with his all charred and burned. Man, I wish I could find those movies. They must be really funny to look at. They must be hysterical. I found my what's the X-Wing fighter. I've got like an original X-Wing fighter. I used to play with the crazy, play with so much, and I did make part of a movie out of it. So I think R2-D2 on the back is like melted, but it's down in my basement. I think most of the wings have fallen off. And I remember what was cool about it. I think it had two things where a button you'd press and the wings would open. And we're talking a toy from like, this is from the 80s, maybe even the 70s. No, probably the 80s. Well, actually, I don't even know. Star Wars came out around when I was about 7 or 8, like in 78 or so, somewhere around then. But I never got the toys right away. I always got them like, a couple years after. It was cool because it was probably too expensive, I guess. But anyhow, so I have it down in the basement and had another button. I think you pressed like a red button on top and it made a sound, like a laser sound or something. Okay. I also had a Dukes of Hazzard car. I had a little tiny Dukes of Hazzard car. And I was watching on YouTube some just like debates about, like, I didn't even know like how bad in the States, like when you're my age and you're watching Dukes of Hazzard. I was just thinking about this, like what was like, what the kind of stuff that we were exposed to when we were young. Like Dukes of Hazzard was a TV show we used to watch. I remember watching the Monkeys, Dukes of Hazzard, the original Spider-Man cartoons, Batman. Like we're talking the shit Batman, the one where Adam, what's his face, and Robin always wearing these like skinny tights. But Dukes of Hazzard had the bad guy was always the fat, had a cigar, and it sounded like a rich hillbilly. And then the only thing I remember that I liked about the show, because I didn't even like it. It wasn't cool. The only thing that was cool about it is the way they got in their cars. They had like windowless, or maybe the windows were down, but they'd jump in the car, and I was like, wow, that was always so cool how the guys jumped in and out of their car, their Dukes of Hazzard car. But I think the issue is like I don't know, maybe up in Canada we just never thought about like how racist it was. But we didn't have that, it was a TV show and we're kids. What do we know? Hey, Cheryl. I'm not going to be able to finish this in one sitting. This might be a couple sittings. This is going to be at least 2 sittings, maybe 3, depends. There's that one I did that I don't know how many sittings I did for this one. This one was like a little crazy. I put in a lot of hours in this one. I don't even remember how many hours. I'd have to go back and look at it. 10, 15 hours, maybe 20 hours. Like each setting was like, I'd go for like 4 or 5 hours, then I'd come back and do like another 4 or 5 hours. And, it really depends. Sometimes I could do a painting in an hour. And sometimes I've been working on a painting for over 10 years. Really, really varies. Depends on what I'm going for. Sometimes I just need to let it sit for a while and come back to it later. Okay, so I'm kind of losing my focus here. I gotta get back to it. Wait, is it dinner time? 6:45. I should think about dinner. Okay. Where's white? It's got this white. Where's the white? Where's the white? Where be ye white? What is this? Okay, yellow Naples. I remember this one, and I think it was a bit too peachy, but I mean fleshy. Let's mess with this a bit. Let's just see how it looks. Yeah, I'll just use a bit. There's no harm in putting in here to try to get these light areas lighter. It's not the perfect color, but it'll still work. Okay, so here's the light coming in from here. Maybe I will. Let's try just doing. I know. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to start doing these shapes. These shapes are often kind of nice to do. I think it looks a little bit saturated, the screen. I'm going to turn down the color saturation a bit. 52%, just slightly less. I think on the screen, the red looks a lot more red than they do here. So that's not exactly perfect. Well, never it is, because you're looking at a camera. But just thought I'd point that out. Yeah, I think I might want to take a break in the near future. I'm going for only an hour and 40 minutes, but I did stream for a couple hours. I mean, I did stream. I did paint. I'm painting more than I'm streaming. Ooh, you're streaming. what I want to do is get a more sense of lots of trees in the background. Okay. So I'll definitely add all kinds of stuff up there. I tried watching PewDiePie yesterday for the first time. Or was that today? No, it was yesterday. Yesterday, I just goofed around because I didn't have any paper left. So I decided just to look at Reddit. And I thought of doing a photo challenge. The photo, what is it called? You know, blah, blah, blah. You take a photo and then you manipulate it. You do something funny. Ha, ha, ha. But I just sort of like wasted my time a bit. And then I just looked at funny videos. That's what I did. It was so stupid, I deleted it from my YouTube page. I mean, my Facebook page. What am I talking about? I can't remember. I had a point. There was a point there somewhere. Leave the trees white. Ah, for crying out loud. Now I'm going to have to paint them. I'm not leaving them white because you just told me to. You said treat them white. Don't you know the rules of this game here? You can't give me suggestions. I've actually done tons of paintings with white trees, like totally white trees. I've been there, done that tons of times. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I've done the white trees a billion times. Billions and billions and billions, just like Carl Sagan said. Let me show you some gosh darn white trees. Symbolic trees. They were white, so they're symbolic. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And these are oil paintings now. These aren't these tiny little guys. These are oil paintings. These are big. Some of them big. This one's big. It's not white, though. That one's a bigger one. These are cute little ones. But the white ones, yeah, like this one. This is when my dog died. I called it Donut's tree. My dog was named Donut. And it was like if she had lived, this was the other path. So see how white the tree is? Doesn't that look like, look at that. Look, see this bendy bend? Doesn't that look like the tree I just did here? This tree actually kind of feels like this tree. Oh, I can't point. This tree. So me has done plenty of white trees. Been there, done that. Nice try, sucker. Here's one that's actually behind me. I think this is one behind me. I don't think this is even updated. I think this is an old version of it. I'll show you. Yeah. Yeah, this is old. Oh no, I sold that one. It's this one that's behind me. Is it even white? Yeah, it's white. It's a cute little white. This one is right behind me. Here, I'll show you. Actually, yeah, I can go to the page, or I could just do this and bend the painting up. See, there it is. That one, that painting over there is right. This one. So it's got the white tree. I just made up the scene. Fucking just did it. Oops. All right. Wow, that was a lot of work. I don't want to do that again. Living in a winter wonderland. What about this? What if I did olive green? Let's get some olive green in here because it's too damn happy right now. Olive green's a little bit depressing. It's kind of like if you were a green and you're feeling kind of. How much do your paintings go for? Well, it depends. The big ones go for up to 10 grand, 12 grand, but they're quite large. Usually you go like it's kind of a silly way of doing it, but I mean it's whatever people will pay for it. That's the thing. But these will go for. I haven't decided just yet how much I want to sell these for. I'm actually about to do a show, so I haven't really thought I thought a little bit about these ones. I could sell these anywhere between 300 and 800 for this size. So it varies. But like I said, I usually do much larger paintings. So they aren't like the medium small ones are about 1,200, 1,500, but the bigger ones go for about 10 grand. And that's not actually a lot. I fully expect them to be going for a lot more in the hopefully not too distant future. Yeah. Will you do a large one on live stream? Oh yeah. So here's the deal. I don't want to. I could probably just take this camera. Yeah. Wait. I'll show you. Show you part of my studio here. I got to switch to the front cam. So I take this thing and show you here. I've got about. I got a crap ton. Oh, I can't take this goddamn fucking. Oh, there it is. So I actually have. I was to show you tons. Like I'm working on. Here you go. You see below here. Those are all down there, 4 by 6 feet, and there's a whole. I can't reach high enough, but there's a whole bunch of there. That back one there's 8 feet high or 8 feet, and the rest of them are 7 feet. So I've been working on I've got a whole bunch I'm working on that are much larger that I'm going to work on next. I was actually going to start continuing to work on. Oh, did I screw up the live stream? I'm just looking at my frame rendering. What is it? Actually, no, I'm not getting too much. I'm just looking at my my OBS software to see where it's at. Looks like we're okay. All right. What was the question? Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the big ones. But the thing is, I kind of like sitting down. I'm like an old son of a bitch, bastard, fat fucker. Excuse my French for all those French words. And I really enjoy this sitting down scenario. But I need to get back to my larger paintings. There's just that's what I normally do. I only started sitting down not too long ago. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I won't be able to do the whole chatty stream thing because when I'm standing up, unless I rig I could rig an iPad, but I don't even know how that's going to work with the multicasting. And I thought about like sticking a TV monitor on the wall, and I could have like, but I don't know. It won't be as interactive if when I do the big ones, because I'm going to be, it's a lot more physical. Like it's just more physical. It's going to be harder to pull off. I've done a whole bunch of streaming with, if you go to my YouTube channel, of which I have about 17 subscribers, you can go back and you can see like the quality slowly improve over time as I eventually got better cameras and, sort of figured things out a bit more. Why isn't this? There we go. But yeah. Oh, something you missed, Shark, before. A little earlier on, this guy named Crunt's Creations came on, and he was like, I think he has a bunch of followers or something, so they all started jumping in here and like giving me lemons, and it was pretty damn funny because what was it? I started adding sound effects on DLive to, if you give me a lemon, this girl's voice says, "Thanks for the lemon," and he gave me like 20 lemons, so we had to sit and wait while it said, "Thanks for the lemon," like 20 times. Now I gotta go find out who that was. I'm just curious about this whole live streaming you young people do. You young whippersnappers with your fancy internets. You're inter-streaming on the intertubes. Wow, was a kid, the only inner tubes we had was behind the boat. You put a tire in the water, and the boat would pull you. That's the real inner tubes, you goddamn young bastards. Get off my lawn. Oh, yeah, right on. Woohoo, it's a subscriber. Sorry if my English isn't always 100%. I'm from the Netherlands. Oh, wait a second. Netherlands. Oh, you know who else is on here? There's someone named Tempura Fish or something like that. And he's from the Netherlands. Oh, wait, no, is he on? I can't remember if he's D-Live or if he's YouTube, but I think he's D-Live. He's like from the Netherlands, and he's a microbiologist in his last months of his PhD, and he's watching me on from the Netherlands too. I think we talked before about being Dutch, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we talked about that. Because I'm part Dutch. I've got some Dutch in me. We talked about how Dutch, well, either it was you or it was whatever tempura fish or shrimp or whatever it was called. We were talking about how like stereotypes, because I wasn't quite sure what the Dutch stereotype was. And he says we're rude. I didn't realize that. Yeah, but did we talk about how it would have been you who would have said, or it was either shrimp, whatever face, shrimp face, shrimp face. Oh man, I'm losing my mind. Shrimp face. Saying how don't really have any notions of what a Dutch person's like. Like, you know, Canadians are always stereotyped as being polite and saying sorry all the time and a boot. But with Dutch, the Netherlands, like, you know, and your English seems fine. I guess Netherlands is like a pretty small country, right? In size and population. Like, we're a small country. Canada's small as population is concerned. But we're pretty big geographically. We're pretty goddamn huge. I think we're the second largest country in the world, I think just Russia's bigger than us. Of course, it's all pretty much just barren wasteland of frozen north. It's like something like 90% of our population lives on the southern border with the States. Something like that. It's real small. Yeah, I've been to Europe, I think twice, and I never got to the Northeast. I think the most northern I got was Austria. I didn't have it, like, I was there on yeah. I totally would have gone, just didn't have time. That's not true. I got to Paris, but that's more like west, right? I didn't get to the Northeast. One day I will. I'd love to go there. I would totally love to go there. I wish I smoked weed. I don't do any drugs, so I'm super boring. But it just sounds like it'd be a cool thing to go to like Amsterdam and get high or eat the hash browns. Actually, I don't think I'd do that. I don't need any drugs. Although I probably should take some drugs. I don't need them. I got enough going on in my melon. But it just sounds like something you do. Like if you're going to go to like, when you go travel places, everyone goes to smoke hash in Amsterdam. I'd probably just get hungry and fall asleep. That's what would have happened. I'm not sure where Burgess is. There was actually kind of a cool movie with Colin, who's the eyebrows guy? Anyhow, the pretty boy actor with eyebrows. I think he's Irish actually, but he did a movie called In Burgess, and it was pretty cool. It was I won't, if I even talk about it, it'd be like giving it away, so I won't talk about it. But I think, is that the Netherlands? Is Burgess in the Netherlands? Does anyone know? It's supposed to be like this beautiful, idyllic kind of town. That was actually a good movie. I'd watch that one again. In Burgess, in something along those lines. Maybe I'll watch this tonight, see if it's on Netflix. Your Wi-Fi just cut off. Oh, that sucks. I was just saying, have you ever seen the movie In Burgess? It's with Colin Farrell. Is it Colin Farrell? He's the pretty boy with the bushy eyebrows. He's the puppy dog eye. He's got kind of a bit of a playboy. And it takes place in this place called Burgess. A movie called In Burgess. There we go. And I thought that was the Netherlands. I could be wrong. So I was just asking about that. And recommending it as a movie to watch. So now I'm starting to go in and make more art strokes. Now I'm going to go in with a bit more purpose. So now is when I start thinking about my favorite artists, and I think of the marks that I've absorbed over the years that they did, and to make my own. Like one of the guys is Odilon Rodin, and I really love these little things he does, these little squiggles and stuff, and I've been doing it for over several decades, and so I go in here and I just find shapes and I start playing with it, and it becomes something. I just wanted to get down at like a basic idea of what this place was. It does actually, this kind of shape here is very Van Gogh-like. It's artificially something. Oh, and that's actually kind of nice. Now that I look on the screen, there's lots of red coming through. It's different. It's kind of an orange to green. What's up, Liz? Lisa? What's up, Lisa? Mrs. International International City Jet Setting. Mountaineering. Gun rack. I'm just slowly running out of steam. It only looks different because I tried a red wash behind. But I'm yet to be determined how much of it I'm going to leave through. Yo. So I remember I got to go through and paint over those bits of red tape. Red tape. It's not red tape, you moron. Painter's tape. Maybe I'll add like edges. Let's try this green again. Let's do this green with let's do that green with white. Where's the white? Here's the white. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Living in a winter wonderland. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I haven't touched the trees at all. Oh, shit balls. Should probably do something with these freaking trees. And the sky. Oh, I can do something with the sky. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I don't know. I don't know what's it gonna be. What's it gonna be? Hey, what's the matter, you? Hey, why you looking so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up in your face. I wonder if anybody knows what the hell I'm talking about. For some reason, it was a song that we used to sing when we were kids. What's the matter, you? Hey, why you looking so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up in your face. I grew up in I guess it was pretty Italian, Portuguese neighborhood. And, I got a funny story. Oh, I got beat up once. No, I didn't get beat up. I got almost beat up by Frank. Okay, Lino, Pino, Agostino, Dino. Lino, Pino, Agostino, Dino, and Frank. They were the 5 Italian brothers. And it was grade 3, and I remember it was grade 3 because we were in portables. A portable was, we didn't have like classrooms, they were under construction, whatever. So they had those basically trailers. Yeah, it was like a trailer. And Miss Nalepa was my teacher. Fuck, I hated Miss Nalepa. She's such a fuckface because of this. Anyhow, I remember Frank was 1 year ahead of me. I was grade 3, he was grade 4, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I gave him the finger behind his back, and he turned around and saw me, and he chased me all around the fucking portable. And this was right after school, so like 3:30 or something. And I thought, oh my God, he's going to beat the shit out of me. And so I ran to the portable, and Miss Nalepa was there, and I said, Frank, whatever was going to beat me up, you got to help me. And I tried, and she kicked me out. And then I think, I don't remember what happened. I think I just ran my ass off. But it was so funny. It was Pino, Lino, Agostino, Dino, and Frank. That was my neighborhood where I grew up. I just think about Frank Titino, who was a different guy. He was my buddy. He was like such an Italian guy. He was like the epitome of Italian stereotypes. And I'm just thinking, we were young kids. We were this is up to grade 6. And Frank, everything about him was so Italian. Frank Titino, holy shit. And Carlos Alves. Carlos Alves, for a while, became a tough guy. But he was a wicked hockey player. And he turned out to be a very sweet guy after all. I think he just went through a bad phase with his family or something. But I remember bumping him years later, and he played hockey with another friend of mine who was a super good guy, who also grew up in the same neighborhood, a fucking rough neighborhood. It was definitely, I'll tell you a story. About my neighborhood. I was with my buddy, one of my best friends, and I biked over to his house, and we were hanging out, and someone stole my bike from the backyard. So we thought we'd just tool around the neighborhood to see if we can find it, because, everyone was stealing bikes back then. So we went up to the McDonald's, where we knew people would hang out. And sure enough, Percy, this kid always had a drippy, snotty nose. Percival. No, it was Percival. Or yeah. No, I think Percy, as we called him, and Percival was his actual name. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it was Percy. I could be wrong. I think it was Percy. Anyway, sure enough, kid comes up, and so because I think, oh my God, I remember this kid. Here, this is the true story. This is the cool, crazy thing about the story. I'm just trying to remember the chronology. I remember I had bumped into him. No, yeah, this is the story. After my bike was stolen out of my buddy's backyard, my buddy's name is Nyan, okay? And we both knew this kid. He came up to us and was begging for money because he was basically on the street. And we were young, we weren't old, maybe we were 15 or so. And we knew that, he was had a rough life or whatever. But what happened was, he stole my bike out of Nyan's backyard, and he saw us later asking for money. The nerve of this guy. What happened was, he knew it was Nyan's house. And he knew he stole a bike from Nyan's backyard, and here was begging for money from us. We didn't have any money. We had maybe 25 cents or something. We're at McDonald's. And then what happened was, So I think we gave him like $1 or something, whatever we had on us, and we were thinking, holy fuck, that guy, like, he stole my bike out of your backyard, and here he is asking for money, knowing that it was your backyard. I don't even know it was my bike, but what happened was a little while later, he goes to my buddy Nick Marriott's house and tries to sell Nick my bike. Thankfully, Nick recognized it and just took it from him, and I got my bike back. Man, I haven't thought about that in so many years. I'm pretty sure it was Percival. Fucking that guy always had a snotty nose. It's a weird kid. Why was I talking about that? I was talking about my neighbor Italian. Yeah, it was a very Italian Portuguese right in my direct area. Very mixed. Janetta's was the grocery store corner. Janetta's. The snack bar was owned, I think, by a Chinese couple. Yeah, they were stingy. Always trying to rip us off, little kids. Those guys, I can't remember that guy's name. Oh my god. Someone would I think someone told us how to swear in Chinese, so we would go up to him and like yell at him in Chinese and run out of his store, and then come back a day later to buy some chips. We were so stupid. We were so dumb. But the guy was a jerk. I mean, he was a jerk to kids probably because we were probably horrible. We were stealing stuff all the time. We were stealing chocolate bars and bags of chips and everything. Like, everyone was stealing. It was terrible. So no wonder like he hated us. But I remember one time we walked in there and we said a bunch of like swear words that we thought was Chinese like swear words, but for all I know it wasn't. My god, I haven't thought about it forever. What did we say? Fulongu. That was the Italian one. What was it? What was that? What did we say? Oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. What was that Chinese saying? Damn it, I can't remember it. Makahaya ding ding. Yes, that is what we would say. And I think years later, I asked a Chinese friend of mine, like, what does Makahaya ding ding mean? And he's like, dude, that doesn't mean anything. But that's what I recall us saying, Makahaya ding ding. How could I remember that? Like, we're talking, this is when I was like young. Like, maybe I was like, how old are you in grade 6 and 5? Grade 5, you're 10 and 11. Makahaya ding ding. Oh, man. That's back when I remember chips were 20 cents. No, chocolate bars were 20 cents. And I remember when chips went from 20 cents to a quarter. We were like, that's insane. That's crazy. And the chip flavors they came out with, like ketchup was the one we used to always get. But they came up with grape one time. They had hot dog. It was just weird. It was, I can't remember the brand. What else we get? We used to get Lola's. These like pyramid-shaped things of just sugar ice. Like in the summertime when it was boiling hot, we'd go get Freezies and Lolas. Lolas, when you had 25 cents, man, you got a Lola. Because otherwise you were stuck with the 5-cent Freezies. But those are still good too. Remember the Freezies? And then you'd like, where's the red at? Well, the red is under. Here, I'll show you where the red is at. You can see it in between. See how it's kind of like glowing behind it? Isn't that cool? So that's what an underwash does. Up here, I haven't got to it yet, so it shows through more. But what happens, it kind of gives like a warm kind of flavor to things. So I'm definitely going to leave some of the red stuff show through. Makahaya ding ding. Bunch of stupid kids we were. But then again, like, you know, that's the worst we got into. Like, well, it escalated to like there were a couple little gangs where I lived. We were the only gangs in probably the whole city. It was right where I lived. There was the Untouchables, and I won't say their names, but I had a couple friends who were in Untouchables. That was the closest thing to a gang we had. I mean, they all got arrested and selling weed, and I had friends who got into selling weed quite heavily in Toronto. Well, friends. It was more like people in the neighborhood you knew, and you'd see them at like house parties and stuff. But it's a good thing. I never got into that scene. Very quickly, when my parents took us out of public school, I think that's probably what it was. Because I think I went to public school to grade 6, and after that, it was all yes sir, no sir, right away sir. It was a good thing, though. I think it needed the discipline. It needed the not given the choice, I think. Okay, let's try some of this turquoise blue. Some of these are going to be very subtle, and you're not going to notice it unless you're up close. And I really like that. I really like it once you get up close, you start seeing more things. I've always liked paintings that did that. That's why I'm not a huge fan of like too much abstract, because in a way it's like you could just get away with anything. Like most people don't have a concept of what is difficult and what's easy. And my default position with painting is that you got to show some skill. You have to show some competency. You have to show something that you figured some things out. If you just start making abstracts, I don't have much high regard for that. It's easy. But then again, I also am happy that people do things that they're creative, that they try and they do something different. So at the same time, I'm just applying my standard that I apply to myself. But when it comes to the people, they can do whatever the hell they want, I suppose. Because I have to remember that there are lots of people out there, and people have different tastes, so you can do it different ways, however you want to do it. So I'm just coming in here. I'm starting to add some textures to the top. I should probably add some horizontal ones. So down here, I'm going to have much more free-flowing things happening. I'm going to start coming in and like just sort of creating stuff, finding interesting things going on, and work with that. That's why it's going to take me a while. I don't like how perfect this is. This is a little too perfect. I like it when it's more. Yeah. It was too rounded. It was too Van Gogh perfect. Exactly right. Wait, oh shit. You should have let him keep your bike. Best 5 names for whoever we sang that song, Chicago Suburbs. Should have keep your bike. No way, man. You don't steal someone's kid's bike. That was a shitty bike, too. I remember that piece of crap. I hated that bike. It was so hard to ride, but still. You don't steal someone's bike from someone you know. That's low, man. Fuck that kid. Fuck that kid. I'm like 40, 50 years later. Fuck that kid. Stole my bike. We gave him money, and he then takes it after stealing the bike, and the dumbass goes to my other best friend and tries to sell the bike to him. This seriously further away from any trees you're paying. You don't know that, Liz. You're a lunatic. I've seen the past yearish. What about this song? I've done way crazier, weird shit than this. Yeah, God. Says the child painting project. Pizza chips. Yes, it is low. What does low mean? Van Gogh perfect? What? What are you even talking about? What's Van Gogh perfect? We're out of sync. Damn it. There's this delay. So whatever I'm rambling about, you're rambling about something else. Van Gogh perfect? I don't know what you're saying. I don't have a clue. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Van Gogh perfect you're talking about. Okay, what am I going to do up here? I got to do something up here. It's going to be good. Yeah, way out of, I think you're saying way out of sync. Okay, so I could do like foliage. Or what is it? No, it's not foliage. What's the top of, what's this part of a tree called? My brain's on. 5 minutes ago, you were talking about, yeah, 5 minutes ago. Jeez, that's a long time ago. Okay, so actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add something on the horizon. Something on the horizon. I don't know what. I kind of like where I was going with this. It was kind of like this canopy. That's the word, canopy. Like I'll bring the canopy. No, maybe I'll bring it over here a little bit like that. So that's the canopy. I'll just continue with this green. I'll put the green in on the canopy. So I'll just try light green and just see what happens. Let's just put the shapes down and see where it goes. Let's just see if I fuck it up or not. Well, I can't fuck it up. I'm too awesome to fuck things up. Are you kidding me? Bumpa bumpa winter wonderland. Bumpa 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 bum bum. Okay, so this could be like the canopy. If that's a canopy, where's the canopies? Okay, canopies, and then, I like that purple I did the other day. This is just sort of randomly punched out this purple. It was kind of a cool color combo. I think let's put some purple back there. Let's do it. Let's not screw around anymore. Let's stop screwing around with this lack of purple. Let's take this purple and let's add some magenta to it. Oh my god, what the fuck, magenta? Are you insane? Magenta and purple? Jesus Christ. That sounds horrible. Okay, well, just trust me. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, eh? I know what I'm talking about. I'm Canadian, eh? You say a boot. Okay, where's the magenta going to come in? I don't know. Let's put some magenta here. Let's take the purple. Let's just put the purple. Make it darker. Purple. Goddamn. Fucking asking for purple. What, you like the purple? You like it, huh? Fucking purple pissing me off. I swear to God. I babble like an insane person. Babbling on. Babbling on, adding some purple. This is very wet. Very wet. Too wet, some might say. Well, I got some good frequencies going in my brain right now. It's kind of like Someone turn on a crazy radio channel. Okay, so I'm gonna play around with this purpley background and see what I can come up with. I'm not sure if this is good. I think it may need to be bigger. I think it needs, yeah. I'll make it bigger. Maybe I'll bring that magenta. The magenta I was always talking about. Julia, yeah, you're probably a rambler. You probably sit in your car all day. Not all day, whenever you're in your car, you start mumbling to yourself. Juliet Jenkins. Oh, okay. What is Jenkins? Oh, see, here's the thing. You're not going to know who Leroy Jenkins is. Leroy Jenkins. See, are you babbling along? See, here's the thing. All you YouTube old farts don't know anything about Leroy Jenkins, but my D-Live crew, they be knowing Leroy Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins. Only someone who's a video game nerd would understand that. Do you ever hear about Leroy Jenkins? Juliet Jenkins? Leroy Jenkins. It's awesome. It's funny as hell. Okay, I'm going to play Leroy Jenkins just so you can see it. I think I need to take a break anyhow. So I'm going to play me the Leroy Jenkins. And that maybe I'll end it there on Leroy Jenkins. And then come back tomorrow or maybe even later tonight. What time is it? 7:30? Should probably get dinner. Leroy. Leroy Jenk. So there's a game called World of Warcraft. And what happens is you go in with other people. You have a little character on the screen. And you can go on what are called raids, where you all join up together to fight like an AI dragon, let's call it, right? And you build up your character with spells and powers and stuff. Some characters are healers, some are fighters, whatever. They could be a whole range of these characters. Anyhow, this took place years ago when World of Warcraft was very popular, hugely popular. And so what you'd have to do is before you went into an area to have a battle with a boss, you had to plan it out. You had to plan it with like 10, 15 people and say, okay, I'm going to go in and no, not Leroy Brown. Liz, you're an old fart. You don't know what's going on. Just listen. Baddest man. I used to be able to sort of play on the piano terribly. Bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in old downtown. Badder than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. All right. So Leroy Jenkins, totally different scenario. Anyhow, this is like someone recorded a very short clip of a people about to go on a raid together, and they're planning it out. Because if you don't plan out, you just get killed immediately by the AI boss. Okay, so I'm gonna. Hopefully, this is the right video. I'm just gonna click on the first one. Okay, I'm gonna make it full screen.
Okay, guys, these eggs have given us a lot of trouble in the past. Does anybody need anything off this guy, or can we bypass him?
I think Leroy needs something from this guy.
Oh, he needs those devout shoulders? Isn't he a paladin?
Yeah, but that'll help him heal better. He'll have more mana.
Christ. Okay, well, what we'll do, I'll run in first, gather up all the eggs so we can kind of just, blast them all down with AoE. I will use Intimidating Shout to kind of scatter them so we don't have to fight a whole bunch of them at once. When my shout's done, I'll need Anthony to come in and drop his shout too, so we can keep them scattered and not have to fight too many. When his is done, Bass, of course, need to run in and do the same thing. We're going to need Divine Intervention on our mages, so they can AE, so we can, of course, get them down fast, because we're bringing all these guys. I mean, we'll be in trouble if we don't take them down quick. I think it's a pretty good plan. We should be able to pull it off this time. What do you think, Abdul? Can you give me a number crunch real quick?
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm coming up with 32.8 3-3 repeating, of course. Percentage of survival.
Oh, it's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, thumbs up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins! Oh my god, he just ran in. Save him! Oh gee, stick to the plane! Oh gee, let's go.
Stick to the fledge,
Stick to the plane.
Oh gee, oh fuck. Give me divine intervention. Hurry up.
Shouting, saying I can't cast. I can't move. Am I lagging? I can't move.
What the hell?
I can't move.
Oh my god.
You can't. More responding.
I don't think you can cast with that shit.
Oh my god. Shout. Get off. I got it. Get off. Come on, stay down.
Oh my god.
God damn it, Leroy.
God damn it.
Leroy, you moron. Leroy. This is ridiculous.
Don't mess. I'm down. Pull me down. God damn it. I killed it before I could
We die on this. God. Oh,
See,
Spiffy res us.
Why do you do this shit, Leroy?
I'm trying.
Not my fault.
Who's Soulstone?
We do have a soul stone up, don't we?
Anthony, you got Soulstone?
Warlock.
Leroy Jenkins. Are you kidding me? Oh, video games are love, man. Video games are awesome. All right. That is my duty is done to edumacate. See, look, go to D Live. See, Master Dodo knows Leroy Jenkins. That's because YouTube, Facebook, YouTube, you're a bunch of old fogies talking about too much time. Shameful time goes to that. What are you, 90, Juliet? Shameful. Do you have your croquet chat, or what is it? Shameful. Great fucking song. Lara Croft and God of War were the last video games I got into. This shit is what my boys are into. Well, which actually, you know what? The Lara Croft game series is actually quite well done. And God of War, I don't know if you played, it was the most recent one, but God of War is fantastic, actually. It was, I haven't bought it yet, and that's one of the few games I think I'm going to get, actually. The latest God of War. It's got like this relationship between the God of War and his son, and it looks interesting. But believe it or not, the Lara Croft game series... Oh, wait. Well, you ain't 6. The average video game player is mid to late 30s, my friend Juliet. Video games are bigger than movies. I must educate you. Must edumacate you. Young male, average gamer is about 35 years old and almost equal in male and female. So, sorry. You're just out to lunch. You're the wrong generation, my friends. I can edumacate you. Here's actually something. If you want to be edumacated, let me show you. This is what I teach some of my students. I teach a postgrad course in video game production. Postgraduate. Let me show you. Go to the ESA, the ESA. I think it's just the ESA, Electronic Software Association. There's just a few people left on this earth that don't know this, and I'm here for you. I'm here for you, Juliet. Okay. Entertainment Software Association is really good. Every year they put out a really good report on the latest about about video game industry. And of course, this is what I do for a living. Okay, so here's the thing: 60% of Americans play video games daily. The average gamer is 34 years old, and 72% are over 18. Women age 18 and older represent a significantly greater proportion of video game playing population than boys under 18. So there you go. Most, you won't believe who actually plays video games. It's not who you think it is. So this is the 2008. Actually, this is not even the latest one. It should be 2009. So check this out, my fine friends. This is something I have a passion about, video games. So, much bigger than movies, my friends. We got it. Video games are where it's at. Okay. Gamers aged 18 or older represent more than 70% of the people who play games. Adult women represent a greater proportion of video game playing than who you thought, which were boys under 18. So 33% are adult women, and only 70% are males under 18. Did you know that? Here you go. Of the most frequent game purchasers. Now, these are just people who buy them. 61 male, 39% female. But it's not necessarily who play them. It's actually different. Depends on what, if you're on mobile versus console versus, what, and also the type of games. So here we go. This is interesting. Male versus female. Under 18 years old, males is only 17%. There you go. 16% of males, 18 to 35, 12%, 36 to 49, and 15 older 11. When you come over here, look at this. 13% are 18 to 35, and only 11 are under. The average female video game player is 36. The average game player is 32. 45% of U.S. gamers are women. See that? So you is wrong, my friend. Most gamers are adults. This is something, I'm in the industry, this is what I do for a living. I've been making video games for 25 years, so we've known for forever that was just a misconception that people think that games are for kids. No, very few games are actually made for kids these days. I wonder if I can find a stat about kids games as a percentage of overall games. It's very small. It's tiny. It's a fraction. It's a small percentage. I have to go to another place to find the stats, but we're talking a tiny percentage of games are made for kids, little kids. Anyhow, so there you go. I'm done. I just had to say that. I had to get that off my chest. I'm 50. By young male friends, I mean dudes who are beaten? What? I have no interest in that BS. I love it. I love it. I love when people are cranky. Because you're more real. You're more real when you're cranky. All right, so I didn't get the thing about Liz saying, I'm 50. By young male friends, I mean dudes who are beaten? What do you mean beaten? What are you talking about? Okay. Anyhow, who cares? I'm just blah, 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 blabbing along. I like how Juliet's like, screw that. Good for them. Juliet, you crack me up. I love it. I love it. I have no interest in that BS. Well, I ain't 6. Good for you. I love it. All right. I was just teasing Juliet because she was saying that it's like games like, for 6-year-olds or something. Almost 2 p.m. Got to go to sleep now. Or see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you later, Shark. Go to bed. I'm signing off anyhow, so take it easy. Painting tomorrow. Hell, I've been putting off stuff I need to. I'll probably do some more painting. Oh shit, you don't want to look at my dumbass face. Yeah, I'll probably get to it tomorrow. I don't know what time. We'll see. Tomorrow's Friday. Damn. Okay. This right now is too damn yellow. It's too damn yellow. I think I don't like this. This is coming up too sharp here. Maybe I'll add some stuff here. I'm definitely going to add lots of little trees coming in the background, so it's not like, yeah, it has a bit more of a sense of distance, like this. Wait, not beaten, between. You wrote the word beaten. Or beaten. I can't figure it out. I'm too tired. To be honest, I'm really sleepy now. My brain's turning off. All right, Juliet. I hope you didn't take offense. I was just teasing with you. If you don't like video games, that's totally cool with me. No big deal. That's fine. Whatever, man. Each to his own, right? Each to his own. Each to his own. 7:45 on a Thursday evening. That's what I'm looking at right now. It says keep reading. I don't even know what that means. Okay. That's shameful. Okay. All right. Well, do I say thank you for watching? God, I think you're crazy for watching this stuff. Why would you watch this? This is madness. Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later, I guess. Take it easy. Ciao. Where do I type in ciao? C-I-A-O. Ciao. Bye. See ya. I'm turning it off. Ciao.